Today, something a little different. A Corvette, yes. If you remember a while back I did a drive in a Stingray, and that was just to compare, you know, an alternative to the Porsche cars I normally drive. And the Stingray, the regular Corvette, is an amazing car. I loved it. But it could still do with a little bit more power and a little bit more drama in the engine. And that's what the Z06, what I'm driving today, is all about. More drama. Oh man. Now, I'd like to say I am not a Corvette expert. Don't expect me to be spouting facts and figures about Corvettes. I'm a Porsche guy. This is all about a Porsche guy driving a Corvette and giving his impressions. Being that there's a big crossover in performance and price, although the Corvette is way better value for money. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to put my foot down. And first of all, I'm going to put it in sport mode. It's in touring at the moment. Drop it into sport mode. Gives it a little bit of noise, gives it some graphics here. I've got a little bit of a straight here, so I'm just going to punch it for a second. What a monster. Oh! Yeah, this thing is insane. Yeah, obviously I'm used to driving Porsches and the way they do things, so I'm a little bit off kilter here with the Corvette. Yeah, okay, so it's shockingly fast, and it's a naturally aspirated engine, so it builds power as you go through the rev range, and it's not something I'm not that familiar with anymore because all the Porsches are turbocharged except for the GT3s these days, and it does develop power similar to a GT3, but this is a much larger engine. So you're really feeling that torque as you're climbing through 5,000–6,000 RPM, and the noise, that flat plane V8, something else. I'm going to pop it back in touring mode, see how it behaves just when it's being a quiet car. Yeah, in touring mode, a noticeable reduction in the noise, and here we are, what, 2,000 RPM, 60–70 miles an hour. Yeah, it's very sedate and actually rides pretty well. This car doesn't have the Z07 suspension. It's got the suspension down from that, and I think this is probably the suspension I would go for as well. It's pretty tame. One of the big differences between the Corvette and the 911 is the 911 seems like a fishbowl compared to this visibility wise. Not that the visibility is terrible, it's a little bit poor from the back. You got these mirrors that can be a camera or a mirror. This is the convertible version, which is really cool. I think it gives a little bit more visibility in the back. Yeah, but a 911 gives a lot better viewpoint. Like this feels a little bit like driving a World War II armored vehicle sometimes. Certainly with the Z06, they've taken it up a big notch. And there was a lot to love with the base Corvette. This just adds to it. Obviously adds a lot of price, but it's still, you know, this car, the base Z06, is still cheaper than the base 911 and way more performance for your money. And honestly, it's a lot more of an assault on your senses. I'm giggling away like an 8-year-old girl in this car, just because every time I put my foot down, it hits me like a sledgehammer, this car. The other thing that I'm finding quite amusing is the gas tank. It's showing, it had a full tank a couple of minutes ago, now it's showing 180 miles. Yeah, this is no economy vehicle. Other things that I love about the Corvette is it's got a head-up display, which we still don't have in the 911s for some reason. We have in other Porsche cars. I don't know why we don't get it in the 911. I really miss having a head-up display. It's so nice to be able to see what you're doing without taking your eyes off the road. Okay, let me move it into track mode for a minute. I think this is going to be pretty insane. Yeah. I mean, obviously this is a naturally aspirated engine, so it's going to be pretty instant response. And it is in all the modes, but yeah, it's quite jarring in the track mode. This is a car that I would love to spend a bit of time on a track. It would be very exciting. Yeah, into sport mode, immediate change in the attitude of this car. And I'll blip the throttle here for a moment. Yeah, yeah, that engine sounds so incredible. I wonder whether you're picking it up from the mic, but yeah, in person, I can't get enough of listening to this engine. And it sure does attract a lot of attention. There's been plenty of people taking photos and flashing their lights. One guy gave me the finger. I guess it's a Corvette thing. Yeah, I'm really loving driving this vehicle. It is so exciting. Okay, let's stop and take a closer look at this particular car, which has about $25,000 in options, starting with that color, Sebring Orange. Yes, it is $1,000, and interestingly, that is the most you'll pay for a color on the Corvette, and if you look at the color options, fully 7 out of 10 of the colors are fun, bright colors. Very few people get the boring white, grey or black, although I have to admit it does look pretty sharp in the black. So yes, maybe Corvette owners have bigger balls when it comes to colors than us Porsche guys. Another big ticket item on the outside at $8,500 is the painted carbon aero kit for the Z07 package, which includes these wings at the front, I guess they're called dive planes, side skirts, and of course the enormous high wing at the back. It's also offered in exposed carbon fiber. The other big ticket item on the exterior, of course, is the carbon ceramic brakes, also at $8,500, in this case with the painted brake calipers in orange. Inside we have the 3LZ package, which is the top level trim, and $15,000 over the base 1LZ package. This unlocks this amazing orange Habanero Napa leather and lovely stitching and details and everything you see here. Yeah, it's a very nice interior. It also includes this Alcantara material on the center console and on the steering wheel and various other places, including up here on the ceiling. Notably, this car is a 2025 car, and they have a whole new interior coming for 2026, which will move all these buttons into the center console and also move the phone holder from behind you, which is a bit awkward, to the front center console as well. Something else I've not talked about yet, and that is that this model is the convertible, $7,000 more than the standard coupe, and it has some neat tricks up its sleeve, including the ability to drop that little rear window at the back, and of course the whole roof, both from inside and outside the car. Quite an elegant transformation. I really love how the C8 looks with the roof down. Of course, we all love a bit of topless. Let's take it for a drive. Oh, it's an entirely different experience, isn't it?
I like to think that this car, like the automatic shifts are good.
Yeah.
But if you really want like the full Ferrari noise experience,
you have the top down, yeah.
You have to put it in manual. And
Yeah.
keep it
Oh,
revved
okay.
up.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah. Like manual here in the gearbox, so you can hold it because it goes back into automatic pretty quickly.
Oh, you press this manual button here.
Yep. And then you're in full manual. It's not going to shift from.
So what happens? Does it bang against the rev limiter?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow.
It's way more fun.
It is fun. Yeah, I used to have a, what was it? An E90 BMW M3, and it had the dual clutch gearbox, and it defaulted to manual mode when you turned the car on.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it was really annoying. So every now and then I would forget to put it in automatic mode, or I'd forget that it was in manual mode, and I'd have a friend, or it was always when I had someone in the car with me. I put my foot down, red line it all the way to the first gear, and then hit the rev limiter. Looked like a complete amateur every time.
It's above 5,000. It's just.
Yeah, and that's the big difference between the Z06 and the base Corvette, is that magic up high. Yeah, where the base Corvette is starting to sag, this thing's really starting to pick up and, yeah, throw you into light speed. So finally, I guess the main problem with Corvettes is they tend to be driven by old men that wear New Balance shoes, tucked in polos and fanny packs. However, we Porsche drivers are not much better with our stupid branded clothing, watches and boat shoes. But seriously, as a Porsche guy, I find the Z06 a truly impressive sports car. Blinding performance, delightful sounds, and a free pair of New Balance sneakers. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone. We'll see you in the next one. Bye then.